what are your early impressions of being around the team and the players over the last couple of weeks in these these workout sessions?
Yeah, early impressions are we got a young, hungry team. And man, I'm just to be here. Still, like, this is, I don't know. I come in the locker room, I see Mike Carter, I see Emor, I see the boys, and I'm just like, all right, nice, let's go. Like, they're ready to get to work and they're ready to get after it. So yeah, it's been really good. It's been a really good first couple of, like you said, months of being here and getting to know the guys and getting to learn the offense.
CJ, along those lines, from what Rich just asked, what's your excitement level about Zach? And what maybe, I don't know if you've watched any film from last year or anything like that, or and how excited are you about to kind of bring him to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, he's talented as hell. I'm just gonna say it. I've watched a lot of film, just trying to again study up on the offense as a whole. But watching him back there, I'm expecting him to make huge strides this season, and just mentally, and he's been asking me a bunch of questions, trying to pick my brain with things. I've been asking him a bunch of questions about certain routes and certain coverages, and why we're running certain concepts the way we're running them, and what he expects of us. And he's smart. He's a smart kid. And I say kid, he's young. God, I feel old now. With all these guys, you got Emor born in 2000. I'm like, what the heck's going on? But yeah, no, he's an unbelievable player. He has an unbelievable football mind, and I've been excited just again over the couple of months that I've been here of what he knows and what he's kind of expecting of us.
Thanks, CJ.
CJ, a lot of people look at what your former team did. You guys went from struggling, not making the playoffs, to making that run last year, and say, can the Jets do that this year? Similar situation, second-year quarterback. Do you see any parallels to what you see with the Jets now as to what you saw in Cincinnati, kind of going through 2020 to 2021?
I mean, yeah, but it's a different team. I think the parallels there, you've got a young, hungry team, and you've got coaches that are going to get after us, and where the players are holding each other accountable. So yeah, I mean, that the sky is the limit for this team, honestly, as long as we mentally stay the course with what we're implementing right now. And that's brick by brick, building each day, stacking our workload, making sure that we're getting better, marginally better each day, working on the things that our coaches are telling us to work on. But like the thing is, like, this team they're hungry. The young guys in here, I have not seen a work ethic like that in a while, to be honest. And the work ethic that they're showing it's something that I saw when I was a rookie from veterans like Andrew Whitworth, who I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's staying 2.5 hours afterwards to get in his work. And I'm seeing that from guys here that are young, that are like, hey, I don't want last year to happen again. I don't want a repeat of that. I don't know. And coming in here, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to carry on from what I did last year, implement that into this organization and win the whole thing. So again, there are similarities, but there are some differences that I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. She's my cussing too. Sorry about that.
CJ, what's it like to be back with Karl Lawson, and when he's healthy, what can he do for a team?
Yeah, Karl and I joke about it because he said, why am I following him? I was like, bro, you followed me. You followed me to Auburn, Cincy, and now I happen to be here, but you followed me. I don't know what you're talking about. But Karl's a monster. He is built like an action figure. Like, if you go on Madden and you try to build a player, that is Karl. So yeah, playing with him for 6 years, 7 years, however long it is, total in my career, he's just a freak. His get off is unbelievable. His strength is his biggest, in my opinion, that's his biggest strength, is his strength. And yeah, he's a monster. And to get him back out on the field, our defensive line is going to be really freaking good.
Speaking of Cincinnati connections, are you doing any recruiting for Larry Ogunjobi? He's visited a couple of days.
I think that answer is above my pay grade, but I have spoken to him, yes, for sure.
Like recently?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I get it.
CJ, so I know you injured your knee in the championship game and you were able to come back and play in the Super Bowl. Did that require anything after the Super Bowl is over? Any surgery or anything, or are you full go now?
Yeah, I'm full go. Yeah, I mean, again, like the rehab that I got from my guy Nick was unbelievable, and I saw him a little bit afterwards, but yeah, no, I'm all in. I'm good.
Any more questions for CJ?
CJ, just what did you think of when you were watching the draft? You know, the Jets got rave reviews for what they were able to do. What were your thoughts when you were watching what they were doing there?
I mean, rightfully so. Are you kidding? Like, no, yeah, and I hit all those guys up too. I mean, we got some ballers, like straight, like sad. I mean, being in Cincinnati the last couple of years and being able to watch Sauce, he's a monster. So like immediately I'm like, let's go. We got the boy. That's gonna be sick. That's a nice little tandem we got in the back end there. And then I got another Ohio guy that I've been watching as well, you know. So those two off rip, I was like, oh, dude, we in my mind, I was like, we won already. Like we won the draft, and then we just kept doing things and kept adding pieces. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like now our tight end room, scary. Like to me, I'm like, let's go. Like this is one of the better tight end rooms this league needs to look out for. And then, I mean, yeah, I was watching the entire time elated. I'll just say that.
CJ, you mentioned that tight end room. You were in Cincinnati, part of a group for a while there with Tyler, where there were multiple players at the position who could make plays on any given down. How much of a benefit is that to an offense? You know, you hear about a running back by committee, but how beneficial is it when you have a tight end room that's got multiple players there that can play?
No, it's huge. And, you know, I think having some veterans to help bring the young guy along is huge also, but just having that depth, having that, you know, you go out there with, you know, 2, 3, 4 tight end set with guys that can do everything and that can put their hand in the dirt, that can run routes, that, you know, can present a mismatch to a defense. And for us, we're like, oh, nice. Like we're making the OC's job easy right now, right? As long as you have guys that know what they're doing, that can do everything, that are multiple. Like to me, I'm a tight end, so this is a little biased right now, but I'm like, that should be an offensive coordinator's dream, right? So no, I think it's huge. I think it helps out the offense immensely and kind of alleviates some pressure from one, the QB. He knows he's got some sure-handed guys out there, and 2, just from the team as a whole. Because they can't just key on one person.
Any more for CJ?
Yeah, I got one more. CJ, you're speaking optimistically and glowingly about the draft and all the different players. You know, that's on paper. Like, what's it going to take to get everything together and to actually make the team, you know, the paper potential come to reality?
Yeah, I think, you know, like I said, especially, I mean, I'm speaking just for the tight end right now, but, you know, having that veteran leadership. And I'm saying it from a tight end perspective, but also from me and from other of the veterans and even the young guys who hold a leadership role. It's just taking us being like, hey, this is the expectation. This is the standard. This is how we do things here. Look, I don't know what you did when you were in college. I don't know how, whatever that is, it's out the window. This is our way. This is the Jets way. And this is how we're going to do things. And this is how we're going to get to a championship mindset. So, yeah, like you said, I mean, everyone in this league is talented, right? We wouldn't be here if we weren't. It's a mindset. And I think that's what we're working on right now. That's what this time is for, these OTAs, and making sure everyone's on the same page with what our goal is. And I mean, everyone says that, right? Kind of like, oh, well, our goal is always a Super Bowl, but it's a mindset of, hey, like if we mess up a rep out there, it's not the coaches saying, hey, let's run that back. It's us having the accountability to be like, no. We got to make sure this is right. This is OTAs. This is the time to make sure that we're 100%. We're going to do it.